read your guests and therefore, and then relate to them better. And then the next 45-minute lesson, what we're going to do is go through some role playing. And I'm going to give you some formulas to solve some guest complaints. We're going to do some role playing. And then on the third lesson, big kahuna, we're going to put together a training manual for other people on how to deal with customer service. So this is all going to build on each other. Now let me ask you a question to start it all off with. Anybody's mother got a look? Yeah? What does that look mean?
Depends on
What does it look like? Show me what your mother's look like.
It totally depends on what am I in trouble? Or, it kind of something like that.
My mother's look, I can see through the telephone. Can you? Right? We all know that that's the way parents communicate with us, right? And it all means something that, we look over our glasses, that means one thing. We scrunch up our face, that means another thing. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight. But before we get started, I kind of want to see where you come from. So I have a little pre-assessment for you. I really want you to do this as quickly as possible. It's just 10 questions. And I really want to give you no more than 3 or 4 minutes to do it, and then we're going to go over. Just go with your gut. Don't try and overanalyze it. Usually your gut reactions are the best ones. Remember, it's just an assessment. There's no grade. Says 100 things, Nick, right there. That look on your face, that's what we're talking about tonight. If you don't know what it is, just skip it. Just want to get a sense of where we are. All right. We good? Let's start at the first one. If you wanted to communicate that you were very interested in what someone is saying, you would do what?
Lean on the seat.
Leaning on the seat. How does that communicate to anybody that you're interested?
Like you're on the edge of your seat as if you're watching a movie, like you're waiting for something good to happen. You're kind of screaming yeah, keep going, tell me more, tell me more.
Exactly. You're kind of leaning in tell me more. I'm really interested in what you have to say. Perfect. If a person has both arms and legs crossed, which I tend to do all the time, what does that mean?
They want to leave and they're cold.
For me, it means I'm cold.
Yeah,
And
me too.
but it really means that you're defensive, right? You're telling me something I don't want to hear, I don't want to know it, and so I'm going to close myself off to you. For me, it means I'm cold. That's why I usually carry a cup of coffee, so people will think that I'm not just me. Number 3, people are more comfortable in general conversation when standing, how?
Side by side.
Side by side? Why did you say in front of each other?
That's just how I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable if I'm having a conversation with somebody like face to face, like I'm talking to Nick versus me talking Nicole. Just the whole
Can you stand up for me
Yes.
for a second? So if I come up to you and I start to have a conversation and I say to you, so Nicole, how's it going? What are we doing? Blah, blah, blah. Versus, hi Nicole, how are you today? Which makes you feel more comfortable?
Side to side, when you come directly at me, it's kind of,
It's confrontational.
I wanna back up.
Right? So when you walk over to a guest, when you're talking to a guest, you do it on the side. You never stand in front of them and tower down on them. Those are little tiny things to keep in mind. If a student's legs and feet are twitching and bouncing, this may mean
I'm doing it. I usually do it because I'm like nervous or I'm bored. Like I literally
Okay.
I can do it for all these.
and that's a good
Maybe
sign.
maybe-
If you're giving a lecture and you're in your classroom and you see feet going like this, right? It probably means you've lost your crowd.
Yeah.
Right? They may be polite and they're not coughing and murmuring and checking Facebook, but if their legs and their feet are shaking, you either got some hyper kids or it's a sign of I'm bored out of my mind. So keep your eye on that one. If a person is standing and has one toe pointed upward, like this, what does that mean? They're an Irish dancer, or
They're about to walk away.
that they're happy.
happy. It's up.
Really?
Yeah, it's upbeat.
An Irish dancer.
It's, if a person is rubbing their chin, think about how do you feel when you're doing, when you're rubbing the chin? What are you doing?
I'm usually thinking.
Thinking, right? It's like, yeah, get it in, get it centered. If a person you are speaking to places a part of their eyeglasses in their mouth, this would typically mean what?
What does this look like? Because
This
the one
looks like this.
Okay, because I was like, I honestly thought that eyeglasses were. I was just like, who talks like that? That's why I made that face.
No, did you ever see somebody do like, what is that? What is that? I can't see without mine, so I don't do that very often. What does that mean?
They like, you don't understand.
Not really.
They're slow.
They're buying some time. They're like, let me think about that. I'm not really sure what I want to say to you. So I'm going to chew my glasses. What's the most honest part of the body? This will surprise you.
Not that, it's
Hands.
Your feet?
It's the feet.
How your feet?
Your feet will point in the direction you want to go. If I'm comfortable, I'm going to have when I talk to a friend, I generally stand with my feet up. If I'm kind of shy, I turn my feet in, right? If I want to get out, I'm like, I've got one foot out the door. So you really, it's an unconscious thing, but it tells a lot. So if you're, unless you have a foot fetish or something, but if you can do it, watch people's feet and you can really get a clue of how they really feel. Steepling is this.
I thought it was this, like.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Tight,
Really?
something
But it's
like-
that's a form of steepling. So what does that mean? You sit
Trying to
there,
remember something.
usually you use it, look at him. He's back there steepling. He does that a lot. Do you ever notice that?
Yeah.
That's a very confident stance. It's when you're in an interview and you're answering a question, it's a great position to have your hands in because it tells the interviewer that you are confident in what you're talking about. I did not use that, however, last week in my interview. A waiter who occasionally touches the shoulder of their customers. Tell me, Anna.
Oh my god, I do that all the time.
And what does it do?
I don't know, I feel like I make them more personal. It's like, anything you need, I got you. Like, I don't know, like, I'm there for you. It's like,
You're making a connection,
Yeah.
right? Do you know that it is proven fact that servers who do that make more tips?
oh my god.
Because the guests feel connected to it. And when I work the dining room, which obviously I do every day of the week, when I walk up to a student, I always touch them on the shoulder when I talk to them. And it just makes them feel important. It makes them feel like you really care about what they think and how they feel. I'm not talking about like groping somebody and, no, it's not on you. I'm talking about a little pat on the back. So you guys have a pretty good idea of what we're about to head into. So I have a little bit of a slideshow that I want to show you, and some of the faces might look familiar and some might be brand new. So I'm gonna turn the lights off for this one, so you can see. This was Mother's Day this year, and that is my lovely daughter. What do you think she's thinking?
Why are you taking a picture of me right now?
Exactly, like, I am so aggravated at you, right? What does her body language say? Like, right? Very clear. You are driving me as crazy as you always drive me. Stop. Right? Easy. So this is a picture that I take slides in my room every day and during service and during class, and then I do a slideshow every morning for my students so that they can see themselves in action. And these kids were reporting. They were the managers the day before, and they were reporting on service. So this guy over here, whoops, wrong button. That one, that's Robert. What do you think Robert's body language says?
He looks kind of bored. Like he's slouched and he does have his arms crossed. Like just like kind of stone cold face. Like he's just not interested.
Yeah, he looked bored out of his mind, right? And that's exactly the impression that